Good morning, leading into noon, ladies and gentlemen. This is my third attempt. And so if you hear sarcasm in my voice, I apologize. Hopefully, you'll have sound. If not, then we will not be able to view this video for our kind of backwards instruction today. So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is grading as we look at creating your first, for some of you, MLA outline. And there are some formalities in an MLA outline that don't exist in other types of general outlines that you may have made in eighth grade. Some of you said the last outline you made was in eighth grade. So this is the outline checklist in which you put your research-based question. I'd like you to put it however you would type it in or however you would write it out if you were actually writing your introduction right now. The guidelines as far as what do you have to get all the points in an outline involve making sure that you're using full sentences. You'll see in the sample how these outlines can be broken into these subpoints. So when I say that it needs to have three main ideas, that means that when you break it up, you have to make the decision for what you're going to talk about specifically regarding your topic. For some of you, that's going to be easy because you have different areas of love or different areas around the JonBenét Ramsey case that you're going to look at. But in some cases, you may want to organize this chronologically in time periods or again by topic. So you'll have to have three areas, and this is what your rubric says too, three main ideas that you're going to elaborate on. And they do need to stay together by topic. So you're going to have to pick and choose your battles out of your research. My first main reason about television was just the effect it had on family time and interaction. And you'll see here that I have my subpoints or my supporting details. Your rubric is going to ask that you have 6 of these. The minimum for the outline is 4. So if we go back to that checklist, you have to have 3 main ideas, 4 supporting details as well. Formatting wise, you do need to use Roman numerals in those. With Microsoft Word, it would auto format. And so if we have any troubles within Google Classroom or using Google Drive to do this, we will deal with those. You can always type out a capital I to get your first main point. And you'll see on the sample the rest of the Roman numerals if you're not familiar with those. As far as the connection between your 6 pieces of research for your outline, which is just a plan and a starter, you are going to need to integrate 2 pieces of research. Now, integrate means to put in. So if you'll look at my first sample, I've went into the research and found an author who's made some comparisons that I really liked. It was Smith who made this black hole comparison. And granted, a lot of this can come from research, but I'm looking for specific quotes or specific areas where you're going to paraphrase, especially if you found like a jackpot source that you know is really going to build up the bulk of the evidence that you're going to be explaining in that portion of your paper. Okay, so there's your checklist, and that's just so you know exactly what you need to do to be able to get your overall points. I want to remind you, just in like the area of MLA format, that your outline does need to be in MLA format as well. So that here would be the title, your outline. We're going to make sure, of course, unless you have a freakish Google Drive, you should already have your margins set at 1 inch uniformly across the board. Times New Roman is the default font as well. I think that's all I have to say about outlines. Currently, you'll see a sample from last year's advanced comp class. You can feel free to follow that. And we'll continue to build. And if you need to add research, I wish you all the luck in the world. Your outlines are due fully completed by the time you leave for Thanksgiving break. But we would like to have them in earlier than that. But if you need to work on them longer, other than our class time, then you will have all the way up until then to submit yours. Thank you.